Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Nas.
And I'm Alba, and in this video we are going to take you through the 8 steps you need to follow to open a business in Dubai.
But before we start, let us quickly run you through some of the most frequently asked questions about opening a business in Dubai.
The first one is, can I do this from abroad?
And the answer is yes.
How much is it going to cost me?
It's going to cost you between $4,000 to $14,000. Of course, if you have a huge organization, it's going to cost you more. But normally, count with a lower tier.
Can I bring my family with me on this type of visa? Yes, you can. It will obviously cost you because every person that you want to sponsor will cost you an extra, but we'll go over all those details very soon. And last FAQ, but not least, do you really need to open a business to move to Dubai?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people want to move to Dubai because they want to open a business and they want to make money with limited tax liabilities. Let's be honest. You may be okay with just getting a freelancer visa.
Obviously, creating a business is a different legal route than just setting up yourself as a freelancer in the UAE. So if it's just you working and you just want to invoice a few clients, you do that remotely, maybe a freelance visa will be better for you.
And if you're interested in that, make sure to check out matuto.com because we work with some awesome partners who we can give you a discount to, if you work with them, of course, who can help you with that.
But obviously, creating a business is one of the most popular ways of moving to Dubai. Let's get started with the step 1 of opening your business in Dubai.
Choose where you want to incorporate your business. Dubai and the UAE has 2 main zones. There's the mainland and there's the free zone. Now, 99% of expats end up incorporating in a free zone. A free zone is a designated geographical area that has certain benefits. And the UAE has over 30 different free zones. Some of them are specific to certain activities. For example, the IFC is for financial institutions. So if you're a bank or financial services institution, you'll go there. But there's many others. So you have to choose the one that fits your business the best.
And this will be a very important decision because it will not only determine what benefits you get, but also what are the regulations that you need to abide, what are the costs going to be, because each free zone has a different cost. So this can be a little bit of an overwhelming process because what you're gonna have to do is go through every single free zone, see which one is better for you and your business, and inquire about the costs.
But don't worry about it, because if you need help, reach out to us, matuto.com. We can help.
We can have an advisor doing this for you on your behalf, and they can work with you to make sure that the process is smooth, speedy, and you know what you're doing every step of the way. And just a quick disclaimer, there's a lot of people who are going to quote you thousands and thousands of dollars for this service because usually what they do is they tell expats who have no idea how this works, I'm gonna set up your business for $10,000, and in reality the incorporation only costs you $5,000 and they're taking another $5,000 as a fee. So if someone gives you a whole price and you don't know what the breakdown is, please be extremely cautious and suspicious.
Do be suspicious. Do be suspicious.
When you work with us, we tell you this is our fee and this is the breakdown of the other costs that you're gonna have to incorporate, so everything is clear and transparent. But let's move on to
step number 2. Collect all your documentation. Irrespective of which free zone you decide to incorporate in, all of them will ask you for roughly the same level of documents, which includes your passport, perhaps your educational certificate, and
your previous business license if your business is incorporated in another country.
Yeah.
So step number 3 will be to submit your application. Apart from submitting all of these documents, you will probably have to fill in certain forms, and depending on the free zone that you're incorporating with, the process might be slightly different, but the majority of the key ones have a digital platform that you do this through. And after you have submitted, you will go on to step 4, which will be to pay your fees.
The fees will also depend on the type of license that you're getting, or maybe you're getting several licenses. It will include an establishment card if you want to sponsor people, aka give yourself a visa to actually live here. There will be split down between multiple things.
So how do you determine this cost? Well, you speak to the free zone, like we said at the beginning, and you speak to them to understand what kind of licenses you need. Like Nas mentioned, if you need one or many, and then depending on how many employees you're gonna have under that business license, the costs are gonna be lower or higher.
And that takes us to step number 5. After a few days, and of course this normally takes like 5 days per step, but you can pay to expedite the process to make it faster, but you will get your business license. So after all your documentation is sent and approved, after you've made a payment, you will be issued a business license, and that means you can officially conduct business in the UAE.
But that's not the end of it. Having a business does not mean that you as a person are a resident in the country. So once you have that, you will need to start a series of actions to sponsor yourself to move to the country. The step number 6 will be to apply for your visa as a resident.
You can do this from abroad. You can actually initiate the process of requesting your visa while you're in your home country as opposed to being here in the UAE, in Dubai. But eventually you will have to enter the country.
So normally submitting your application for your visa is pretty straightforward. You submit a copy of your passport, the trade license that you've been given to prove that you're moving as a business owner, and a couple more things if necessary. And then they will issue your entry permit, which is an e-visa that you can use to enter the country. But that's not your final visa, unfortunately.
You will have to get this document, this card called the Emirates ID. I would show you mine right now, but I don't want it to leak or anything. So hey, you'll get your Emirates ID. And to get your Emirates ID, you will have to do a medical test.
Which is step 7.
Which is step 7, actually. Okay, step 7. You'll have to get a medical test, which you do in the country. They will designate you and they will assign you an area that you go to and do it, as well as submit your biometrics.
Once all of this is done and approved, because it has to go through governmental approval, then they will produce your Emirates ID and they will give you your visa, which nowadays is a digital paper that you will receive via email, and you will officially be a UAE resident.
With a business. Which takes us to step number 8 and the last step. Open a bank account. You will need a bank account to essentially transact, right? You're gonna pay yourself, you're gonna make some money. And as a business owner, opening a bank account is not the same as a person who's employed by others. It's a little bit more complex, and I've experienced that firsthand. I would take you through all the steps of that, but I'm afraid that would be another 10-minute video. So we'll leave that for another time. But if that's your case and you're struggling, please reach out to us.
And you might be wondering, how long does this whole process after I have arrived in the UAE take to get my visa and final Emirates ID? Normally, a few weeks. For a normal process, I would say around 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Every single step of the process will take about 5 days, but same as with your business license, you can pay for a speedy resolution, in which case, you know, you can cut the time in 2 and have your Emirates ID in like 10 days from the moment you arrive. If you need help with any of these steps or you don't know where to start, don't worry, we got you. Our business, matuta.com, helps individuals move to the UAE, and we can help you with your business incorporation or even just helping you figure out how to move to the UAE.
Why should you even consider opening a business in Dubai?
Well, the first reason is the most obvious one, for tax reasons. It is no secret that Dubai residents benefit from 0 income tax. Now, that doesn't mean that businesses don't pay tax, but as an individual, whatever you pay yourself will have no income tax.
Even business tax is lower than in other countries. VAT, for example, is currently 5%, which is much lower than Europe, where it's upwards of 20%. Another reason is ownership. So in Dubai, if you open a company in a free zone, you will have 100% ownership of that business. And in some other countries, that's not quite the case. You need to have a partner who's a local. Not the case here. You can own 100% of your business.
Also, the strategic location in the world. I love that Dubai sits perfectly between Europe, Asia, and is also very close to Africa. So if you're targeting any of these regions for your business, it's a perfect place to be.
And lastly, but more importantly, access to wealthy individuals. So did you know that in Dubai there's over 70,000 millionaires? So if you're running a business here and your target audience are people with money, well, this is kind of the market to be.
So hopefully this has been a helpful video. Don't hesitate to reach out to us either on the website, on the comments, and we'll be happy to help.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop this video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with your questions, and we will see you in our next video.